In today's live stream, I'm going to walk you through what to expect in your first year as a graphic designer, along with what to expect in the work environment, what learning curves you'll have, and we'll walk through where you can find work as a graphic designer. Let's dive right in. In college, graphic designers learn how to manipulate color, form, type, and layout to create meaningful designs on the job. Designers take those skills and use them to get their client's message across via print or electronic media. This could take the shape of consumer packaging, logos and signage, a web page, or an entire newspaper section. While college assignments prepare designers for this type of work, there is more to learn about being a graphic designer that only job experience can really teach you. The work environment. Graphic designers can be found working for the largest of corporations, or they may work for themselves as a part-time freelancer. As many as a quarter of all designers who own their own business for freelancers. Working conditions will depend on the very nature of the job they are assigned to and the business environment in which they work. A designer who sells advertising to major clients may have a nice, comfortable office, while a layout artist with the local newspaper may work in a noisy and dusty print room. Hours can range from regular 9 to 5 weekday schedules, while some may work through late night meetings and toward unscheduled weekends, deadlines. Graphic designers who work for large firms will most likely have every tool they need at their disposal, while freelancers may have to work with limited supplies and computer programs. Some designers may encounter issues with their creativity as it is now being paid for instead of merely graded. Their work is now a public display, up for critique and evaluate sales. Despite these challenges, graphic designers can use their first year on the job as a rich learning experience. Many actually use this time to determine what design specialty they would like to focus on for the balance of their career. Most artists need to work with different media in a professional environment before knowing what excites them most. Learning on the job. Most jobs are an extension of education. For the first year, it takes time to learn how a company operates. how they prefer things to be done, and how to use the proper tools to get the job done. Most designers have to work up to a position of creating from a position of observing. Designers new to the field spend much of their first year watching and shadowing other designers. They learn new computer programs, network with coworkers and clients, and perform administrative tasks that acquaint them with the office around them. Through the process of shadowing and following and observing, new designers learn what is expected of them. For all this experience, graphic designers can start out earning anywhere an estimated $30,000 to $40,000 a year. This will depend on whether one works for a major advertising firm, a bi-monthly magazine, the local newspaper, or a web design startup. Graphic designers may be paid well during their first year. Though self-employed designers might have to work harder and longer for the same return. Typically, on-the-job training takes 1 to 3 years, at which time new designers might be considered for advancement. Your talent, ability, knowledge, and specialized computer programs, and ability to communicate with clients all make a difference. Prove yourself during the first year as a graphic designer, and soon you may be handed more responsibility. If you're getting value from this live stream, then consider subscribing to the channel. If you're not already, what are you waiting for? And smash that like and notification bell. We post videos every week to help you build your influence and impact in the graphic design world faster. And we go live every Wednesday, just like this one. Let's get back to that lesson. Graphic design is a large field, and there are many places that employ graphic designers. Designers can choose to work with in a wide variety of industries, such as an ad agency, a nonprofit organization, publishing companies, and there's much, much more. Let's take a closer look at the primary places where graphic designers are employed. The first place that we're going to take a look at that employs graphic designers is an advertising agency. The job of an advertising agency is to create images and advertisements for companies to help them sell their products and or services to consumers. Advertising agencies could not stay in business if they didn't employ graphic designers. Graphic designers are the people that create these important images that influence the public. Next, we're going to take a look at print markets. Newspapers and magazines hire graphic designers to lay out the pages of their publications. Graphic designers lay out the pages in an effective manner so that the publication appears organized, yet very, very eye-pleasing. Book publishers also staff graphic designers. The general public often chooses a book because of the cover's look and interesting. And it has to look interesting. The graphic designer's job is to design eye-catching book covers that influence potential buyers to purchase the book. The next place where we're going to look at that hires graphic designers is an in-house graphic designer. Many large companies and organizations will hire an in-house graphic designer to work on company newsletters, brochures, logos, websites, and other visual material. Having an in-house graphic designer saves the company or organization money because they don't have to employ an outside advertising agency. For example, nonprofit agencies like museums and ballet companies may have a graphic designer in their public relations department to create visual material such as websites and program flyers for their patrons. Then you can always teach what you know. Graphic designers with years of experience can become graphic design instructors in public schools, universities, community colleges, and technical schools. Seek experienced graphic designers to teach graphic design to students. Graphic design instructors teach students a variety of techniques that will enable them to develop the skills they need to enter the field of graphic design. The final place where we're going to look at that hires graphic designers is freelancing. Graphic designers always have the option of self-employment or freelancing. Graphic designers that poses an entrepreneurial spirit can start their own small business and advertise their services to individual and organizations, both in their local area and on the internet. Many small businesses opt for freelance graphic designers over advertising agencies because they find freelancers are more affordable. And that's what you can expect in your first year as a graphic designer. If you got value from this live, then consider subscribing to the channel so you can find more content that will help you build your influence and impact in the graphic design world faster. And be sure to share this with someone that you think will get value from it too. And don't forget, if you can dream it, BDesign can help you design it. So keep on dreaming, and we'll see you next week. Bye.